houses, Portland, Oregon, home to the Trailblazers, where we'll be broadcasting today's action live. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Back in Portland, the Trailblazers kick off the beginning of the homestand. They've been playing very well lately. It's been 4 wins for them in their last 5 games.
Kevin, I tell you what, they've actually been terrific on their home court, and they're starting another homestand right now.
Yeah, this has been their domain, Clark, no question. They've made this arena a very difficult one to come into and try to win. So this game will tell us a lot about whether they're going to continue that dominance on this homestand.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward. In the backcourt, Parker and Ginobili. And it's Asik in at the 5.
Well, you talk about the elite point guards in the NBA. A lot of times Tony Parker's name gets overlooked. Something about playing in San Antonio seems to keep you off the radar. But make no mistake, Parker is a true star and, most importantly, a proven winner.
Here is Lillard. Manu Ginobili getting his 3 to go. Lopez, no luck. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, a moment ago, Terry Stotts and I were able to chat. I asked him what they needed to key in on defensively, and he said, well, we've got to limit penetration by Tony Parker. He's really the, quote, head of the snake. And with his floater, he doesn't need to get all the way to the rim to score. It's crucial that we do our best to keep him outside the lane. Guys, that's no easy assignment. We'll see how much success they have defensively.
Thanks again, Doris. For 3, that's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Parker's got 5 now.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Lillard attacking. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
Took him no time at all on that one. 8 points for Parker.
Pretty impressive. 5 straight makes to start this game.
What is insane about the Spurs and how successful they are as a franchise is that in their entire franchise history, they've only missed the playoffs 4 times. That is absolutely remarkable. But what a smart pass that time by Aldridge.
Here's Asik, and that's going to be a travel. Well, let's have a look at some league leaders from the last 10 games. Here are the highest scoring point guards in the NBA during that time. Tony Parker on top. 4th, Damian Lillard. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Matt Bonner, he's checked in for Duncan. Bellinelli comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Joseph in for Parker. Lillard, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move and 2 big points, too. And with the Spurs in the playoffs, you can't even begin to think about a postseason without the Spurs being involved. Only 4 absences since 1976. That's incredible.
And that one's good. Green's got his first bucket of the night. Trailblazers trail by 3. Lillard attacking, and that one's good. 6 points for Aldridge.
Are you sensing or feeling a theme here, fellas? I mean, they're taking it straight to the bucket every time down.
And why not? And that's 8 straight points in the paint for this team. They're making this a very physical battle.
Of course, with the Spurs, the last time they missed the playoffs, they drafted perhaps one of the best power forwards of all time in Tim Duncan.
Well, you know, he's a part of why they haven't missed the playoffs since. But the organization has run really well from top to bottom. And they deserve nothing but the success they've had since their inception because of that.
Joseph, that's good.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the 3-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lillard. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and 1.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
Well, you kind of expect that from him. You pretty much know what the result's going to be when he goes to the line.
And Green gets it to go.
What a start to this game. The offense is both dominating.
Tell you what, feels like a game on the playground. Forget about defense, just keep firing.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Spurs lead by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
Coming up this Thursday, December 18th, Carmelo Anthony and the New York Knicks take on Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls. A battle in the East. Don't miss out.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Yeah, their passing has been terrific, too. Clark, we're seeing a lot of assists, really moving, a lot of flow offensively. I like what I see.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for San Antonio. In the backcourt, Parker and Ginobili. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Matt Bonner. And it's Duncan in at the center position. And that one's good. Parker.
The Blazers really were elite offensively. Shot it well, passed it well, took care of it. The defense is where they've got to show continued improvement. Last season, Terry Stotts overhauled their defensive principles, but they were still in the bottom third of the league when it came to getting stops.
And the Spurs with possession. They lead by 4, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And it was the role players in that game, Kevin, that really led the charge. You know, the guys who normally don't score a lot, they came in and really contributed.
A total team performance, Steve, the kind you need if you're going to win on the opponent's home floor.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Portland, not the biggest market, but it's a one-team city, and these fans really support their Blazers. Coach Stott said, the fan support here is special. You can't appreciate it until you see it every night. Damian Lillard said, the fans stay behind us through good or bad. When they see us in public, it's always love.
They appreciate that support, Doris. Thanks. Bonner's shot good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Robin Lopez is checked in for Kaman. Aldridge comes in for Thomas Robinson. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Jarrell Wright. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Lillard outside. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from LaMarcus Aldridge.
Damian Lillard, a scoring point guard, great three-point shooter, able to hit from deep range off the dribble, you name it, and of course hit probably the biggest shot of the playoffs last year, that game winner that ended the series against Houston.
Aldridge with a screen on Parker. Lillard outside. Dishes to Aldridge. Fires from 18. They get it again. A shot by Batum, no good. Spurs leading by 11. Leonard attacking. And it's San Antonio with another. And for Lillard, not just a long-range threat, he's great running that pick and roll. Driving and kicking to set up his teammates.
Yeah, he's really excellent in ball handling situations in that pick and roll. I mean, he can get his shot if guys go under. He can split the screen. He can create shots for other people. He's a real handful. And his athleticism is very sneaky, scary.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
44 seconds left in the second quarter. And that one's good. Lillard's got 16.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Got that one up quick. Leonard's got the lead up to 14 now for San Antonio.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his game. How about that, basketball fan?
Beautiful.
Wow. Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
The Trailblazers have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Lillard against Parker. Lillard attacking. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Lillard's got 10 points now just in this quarter. Parker outside. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
The three-pointer has been his best weapon here today, no question.
The D has been all mixed up, confused, bamboozled, allowing him way too much space.
And that concludes the first half. It's San Antonio up by 15. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Tremendous output from Parker.
22 points, and talk about the 3-ball for him. Wow, unbelievable from long distance.
Yeah, you are right, Clark. I mean, it's been fireworks from deep. He's just so dangerous out there.
Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt. Aldridge and Lopez are down low. And it's Batum in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
You know, as great as Aldridge was in the first half of last year, you felt like he was going to really kick it into overdrive in the second half of the season because of his all-star snub.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, Terry Stotts led the Blazers to the second round last season, and he's now in his 3rd year with the team. He spent a couple of seasons as head coach in Atlanta and Milwaukee, but this is his longest stint and the best talent he's ever had. As Stotts said, you never know if you're going to get another chance. Guys, he's certainly making the most of it.
Doing a great job. Thanks, Doris.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
This past offseason, the Spurs found themselves with a bit of wiggle room when it came to the salary cap.
For so long, Kevin, they've been able to only make moves through the draft, and with minor adjustments, things they really do well, but the flexibility was new to them, and I'm sure they'll take full advantage of it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Green comes in for Manu Ginobili. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Tony Parker.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play. Well, for the Spurs, who knows what the future holds. It's an aging team, but they do have some players to build around. And so they could have gone in any direction with their cap space.
Spurs leading by 18. Here's Hasek using his post moves to get the 2 points.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Batum attacking. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Batum's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
You know, with the Spurs and their offseason options, it's actually going to get more flexible after the end of the 2015 season when they can practically build their entire team from scratch. Almost 0 salary commitments for them at the end of the 2015 season.
Well, Wes Matthews started off last season on fire. Over 50% from long range over the first quarter of the season. As time went on, he cooled off a bit, but as a whole, just an excellent year for Matthews. Probably the best of his career.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Chris Kamen's checked in for Lopez. Thomas Robinson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Darrell Wright's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And McCollum subbed in for Lillard. McCollum kicks to Wright. Deflects the pass. Matthews with the steal. There's 48 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And that one's good. Right.
And Matthews, a reliable 3-point shooter throughout his career. Able to hit spotting up or on the move. Prefers that left wing, but can really spray you from anywhere.
That's a 2 from Bellinelli. And another basket for San Antonio.
Boy, they've been so sound offensively in the second half. I love the way they're playing.
Yeah, there's really no comparison in the shooting percentages between the teams since the break.
And the basket by McCollum.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the 3-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Here's Ayers. Another one falls for San Antonio.
What a floor leader he's been at the offensive end.
You know, he's done a terrific job of moving the ball around, sharing it, dispersing it, and running the show.
Kicks it to Matthews. Lets it fly. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Tim Duncan. Matt Vaughn.
Green inside the 3-point line. Drained for 2 points.
Tony Parker.
Green's got 11 points. And at the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's San Antonio opening up a huge gap. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports.
Wednesday, December 17th, Paul Millsap and the Atlanta Hawks take on LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Well, this is what you talk about when you have the offensive play coming together based on tremendous passing. It's the rhythm and flow that occurs that makes this a beautiful game.
On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. Ginobili and Leonard on the wings. Duncan out there with Omer Usher. And it's Parker in at the point guard.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Lillard attacking, off on the layup.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Got that one up quick.
Assist from
And that's now 33 points for Parker.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
I'm sure that's a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in the first half.
Sheik, there's the killer two-handed slam. Clark, I'm guessing that wasn't the plan for the D on that trip.
And I'm agreeing with you there. Once they opened the lane up for him, that was a little emphasis on that finish.
Take what the defense gives you and then just power it home, right? Why not?
Lillard attacking Kaman. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Chris Kaman playing a career low in minutes last season in L.A. Just the latest big man to be frustrated by small ball preference. But give Kaman credit. He didn't rock the boat, and he played well when he was on the floor.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And he gets it to go.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And the basket by Mohammed.
Nazir.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
Yeah, that's 4 straight trips, guys, where their passes have ended up in scores. 4 straight assists. Great team play.
And he gets it to go. 14 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
That was some very sluggish defense. Where's the effort?
Joseph, that's good.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
Good. 16 points for Aldridge.
And another great offensive rebound and putback for him. This is the second game in a row where he's just dominated the paint. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Spurs.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight, Clark, they had both.
They sure did. I mean, the ball was moving and guys were knocking down shots.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
In what should be an exciting 4-game season series between these two teams, they have to feel great about taking this first one tonight against the Trailblazers.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Parker. Every time he shot it seemed like it was just going to drop in, and nobody was surprised.
Right from outside, Joseph with the rebound.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor.
The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Robinson sets a screen for Lillard, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Boy, taking it hard to the rack for the big throwdown.
And give an unofficial assist, Clark, to his teammate for setting the screen that freed him up.
Yeah, good call, Kevin. That was really the key to the play. Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
Wide open look. McCollum, no good.
That was not pretty there. You got to make that one, but maybe that's not his range.
Joseph, the pass to Shengelia. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Well, guys, tonight they came in here and really dictated the terms of the engagement, which is very difficult to do as the visitors.
You're right. That's not usually the way things work in the NBA. It's a great win, and no question, it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Tony Parker.